Yo, this is King Shadrach.
Do you know what Gwaan is?
I am a big fan of Gwaan.
You get to learn a new Jamaican patois word or even a Jamaican phrase.
I'm always looking forward for the great vibes, the great things. They discuss a lot of things that are going on in Calgary, across Canada, and of course Jamaica. So I encourage.
This is what is going on in Jamaica. But check out Gwaan. Watch Gwaan.
It's very interactive. You learn a lot, and great vibes, great music.
Watch Gwaan.
Relevant and entertaining, so keep up the good work.
Watch Gwaan.
Tune in, share, listen to Gwaan.
Watch Gwaan.
Big up yourself. Gwaan 2022. Bless up.
Greetings. Every time I watch the intro for this show, I'm laughing. So listen, people, before we go into anything, make sure, send us a video of you bigging up the show, Gwaan. We'll put it on the introduction, okay? Just video yourself and send it in to us, all right? Greetings again, good evening. My name is King Shadrach, and I'm the host with the most from the East, West, North, and the South Coast. Today on our show called Gwaan. This is our thing for us Jamaican people living in Canada. The news, reviews, social information of what's going on with us as Jamaicans in Canada. Okay, so this is the program we call Gwaan. Introducing myself to you, I'm a reggae artist, a reggae singer. I've been singing for a while now. Sing mostly conscious music. I reside from Jamaica, Montego Bay, Jamaica originally. And I reside now in Montreal, Quebec. Speak some French, obviously. Big up. I want to say thank you very much for joining. I'm your host with the most, like I told you. And this week, we're going to be talking about defining success as a Black woman. This is a very, 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 very fragile topic because, I feel a lot of time our sisters, mothers, cousins, daughters have been not being highlighted the way they should be highlighted. So tonight we have two special empresses, Dr. Sandra Palmer and Jacqueline Edwards tonight with us. Those are going to be our guests tonight, and I want you guys to stay tuned. If you just joining in, my name is King Shadrach. You're watching the show Gwaan. Go tell a friend. Call a friend, share it. Go share the link right now so we get into the program because it's going to be a beautiful program tonight. All right? Make sure you tell a friend about it. Make sure you bring a friend about it. So we would say the month of March, we're gonna be celebrating our women. The month of March is international. Well, 8th of March is International Women's Day. All right? So for the whole month, we're really celebrating our woman because it is very important to put the woman on a pedestal, okay? Because those Black women are our daughters, our sisters, our nieces, our mothers, our grandmothers, okay? So we're gonna put the woman, the ladies, even though it's a Women's Day, this month, March month, is called Women's Day, okay? So before we get any further, we're gonna choose the word of the day. Okay. Last week we had a word of the day. This week we have a word of the day. This week, our word of the day, patois word of the day is Papi Show. So you know what? Let me put on my glasses here. Come in, I don't care about nobody. If you know what, I can call me Papi Show. I feel no business. And my glasses that make me feet. All right. So there's my Papi Show sentence. I come up because you have to come up with a Papi Show sentence. I want you guys to give me a sentence, a Papi Show sentence. Make sure to say in a comment a Papi Show sentence because actually we have a surprise for you later on. We'll tell you the surprise later on because if you help us to share the show, we'll have something special for you. Okay, we'll get into that later. We're gonna tell you again the word of the week. The patois word of the week is Papi Show. I want to make a comment. Want to write in. Let us know. Let us know how you know how to use this word Papi Show. And if you never hear this word before, go check it up, go read up what it's about. And if you're not even Jamaican in watching, we would like to see you and hear see your comment. All right. So the patois word for today is Papi Show. All right. So you're tuned into the Gwaan show online, outline, we said. And the date is March the 4th, 2022. And tonight we're talking about defining success as a Black woman. Okay. And our guests are Dr. Sandra Palmer and Jacqueline Edwards. Okay, so it's going to be a beautiful show tonight. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to share it with you. Like I said before, we would like for you guys to share the program, please. We're asking you. Go subscribe for us on our YouTube channel. Okay, so that's going to help more people to see us. Make sure you go like us on our Facebook channel, Gwaan. Check it out. YouTube, Facebook, and you can go over there and like us on Instagram also. All right? Make it a date and don't be late, like we say in Jamaica. Okay? Please follow us. Please follow us, because what we do is we bring in news, reviews in and around Canada about the Jamaican activities. So you'll be surprised. There's information you probably don't know that we have that can connect you across Canada with our people. Okay? Okay, so let's do a recap of what last week's show was about. It was a beautiful show last week. It was a very exciting show, actually. We had Captain Kevin Jr. And Dr. Sylvanus Thompson. And let me tell you, last week, if you didn't get a chance to see the show last week, go and check out our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, and go over there on Facebook, and you'll get a chance to watch the show last week. It was absolutely beautiful. We spoke, our topic was economic and civic impact of Jamaicans in the diaspora. And let me tell you, these gentlemen gave us some world of information. It was absolutely beautiful. I really, really enjoyed last week. So if you didn't get a chance to check it out, go check it out on our YouTube channel and go like us on Facebook and check it out. Okay? If you missed last week's show, that a Gwaan, pound, what a Gwaan. All right? Now, we're going to go to, who's going to come in and out? Okay. We're going to go to what's happening in and around the region of Canada. We'll go over in Montreal, where I am right now. There's going to be a reopening of their bar. It's called the Nigret Bar. It's absolutely fun to go have a drink there. I'm actually going over there later on tonight, March the 4th. It's opening from 8 to 1. If you are in the Montreal area, go check it out. And then we're gonna go back to the Overproof Fridays. And the Saturdays, we're gonna go from 8 to 1 p.m. with the lounge Saturdays. So please, if you are in the Montreal area, go check the Jamaica Association. All right. Tell them King Shadrach say the drink is at me. Not joking. Tell them King Shadrach say hi. Okay, let's go over in Calgary. All right. Saturday, March the 5th. 2022 at 5 p.m. we're gonna have the JCAA gonna have their games night. We're gonna have like snacks, prizes and surprises over there in Calgary. So go check it out if you are in the Calgary area. All right, come join us at the JCAA building. It's number 611 3208 8th Avenue. Okay, that's over there in Calgary. Go check it out. Tell them to Shadrach send you again. Actually, tell them to the Gwaan crew. Say, big up on yourselves. And over in Toronto, we're going to have on Sunday, March 6th, from 11 to 6 p.m., they'll be having a COVID-19 vaccination information and a pop-up clinic for the Black, African, and Caribbean communities. They will be giving the first and second doses, okay? So that's over at the Jamaican Canadian Center, 995 Arrow Road, over there in North York at Finch, right at Finch on Highway 400. Tell them that King Shadrach said, if you pass through, all right? That's Sunday, March 6th. And next we have the JCA Women's Committee present Woman Recognizing Women, okay? It's the 22nd Annual International Women's Day event. Women who inspire change. Women who inspire change, okay? And it's going to be an award, an awards and a celebration. So go over there and go check it out Okay? Again, tell them we sent you. Okay? Yeah, that's Iral Fest from March the 3rd to the 6th. Iral Winter Fest over there in Stuybeck, Manitoba. Okay, go check it out from March 3rd to the 6th. All right, make it the date and don't be late. Okay, we have something special for you guys today. Okay, we have free tickets to give away. Okay, you can win tickets here. Remember, I told you you can win tickets here and Gwaan for a communicate with confidence training program. It begins on April 6, 2022. What you have to do is just to get your free ticket, you have to actually make a post and talk about what our word of the day. What you also have to do, you have to share on Facebook our page. When you share the show on Facebook, this is one of the ways you can also win. And you can make a comment today about our patois of the day, our puppy show, right? We want to hear from you. We want you to comment. We wanna read your comment. We want to read it out online. We want to be interactive, okay? We want more people to come so we can be more interactive, so we can create a nice vibration, because we shared information, our information about us. Many times we see programs that doesn't really talk about our current affair, our news, okay? So this gonna be free ticket. You can win a free ticket, okay? It's a 4-week program. To get the entry, like I said, you have to just add a comment on Gwaan, explaining the patois word of the day, or you can share the program to win a free ticket. You'll be entered into to a win complimentary ticket, and it's gonna be, this ticket normally value $297. Okay, this is a free ticket you can win. You're gonna put your name into a draw on the 31st of March, and on the April 1st we're gonna announce the winner. Okay, for this. So it's very interesting. Like, I've been hearing about this for a very long time. It is a very, very, very interesting event. So please make sure, sign up, subscribe, go over there and like. It's all about what are going on in our program, about our affair. See? So it's all today, like I said, today is March the 4th. Our topic today is defining success as a Black woman. Our guests tonight are Dr. Sandra Palmer and Jacqueline Edwards. We're going to be talking to Donovan Simon to just elaborate on what are going on in the place, okay? So right about now, we would like to tell you a little bit more about King Shadrach before we go no further, okay? I'm a reggae singer who sing conscious, positive music. If you haven't got a chance to hear my music, you can go check my website. It's kingshadrachmusic.com. And I want to say thank you very much for the people who organize the Gwaan program, for give artists like myself an opportunity to expose my music, across Canada, because coming from Jamaica, singing reggae music in Canada, it's kind of like a bit difficult. And I want to say thank you very much, Donovan, and the whole Gwaan crew for giving me a chance for this whole month to showcase, to communicate to the people, to do the hosting of this show, and to actually sing sometime. I have a song called Black Man, and it goes like this. Where is our black man? I me say, where is our black plan? Somebody ask me, where is our leaders? We're looking for our black liberators. Listen, right now, Marcus Garvey would have turned in a grave just to see how the black people are behave. We now unite amongst ourselves, we now trade. We stop from plant from them end slavery days. We kill we one another, still a add to the grave. We kill we one another, still a add to the grave. It seems like we broke a piece of tick in our ears. It look like them broke a piece of tick in our ears. And me say, where is our black plan? And where is our black man? Somebody ask me, where is our leaders? We're looking for my black liberators. Yeah, that's called Black Man. Check it out on YouTube. Stream it. Go pick up a copy, all right, from King Shadrach. Website is kingshadrachmusic.com. All right. So before we get any further into anything, it's time for reason. Okay, we're gonna call my brethren Donovan because it's reasoning time now. Okay, I know. Blessed.
Mr. Shadrach.
Blessed.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, man. Greetings. Greetings.
But you can sing a little bit.
Just a little teeny bit. I'm trying, brother.
You can sing a little bit. You're not done no puppet show. You have to put on the glasses still if you go.
And the puppet show glasses.
I'm wearing the glasses today, brother.
The puppet show glasses.
Yeah,
Inside,
man.
I have on glasses, a puppet show move. I have umbrella inside, a puppet show move, right? See? So that's one of the way we call puppet show. Somebody to be laughed at, something to be laughed at, or to make fun of in a kind of sense, you know?
All right, cool.
What
All right,
about
well,
your puppet show? I want to hear your puppet show word, or your puppet show phrase.
well, my mother always said puppet show of them gang.
All right. We hear that one too. Puppet show of them gang. We hear that one too.
Right, so that is where I'd use it in a sense.
That's okay, brother. Okay.
But the people we're going to talk to today by no means any puppet show, and I'm eager to get that. So I'm going to have a chat with some great ladies, and we talk later.
Okay, my brother. Take it easy.
All right. Yeah, welcome to Time to Reason. My name is Donovan Simon, and it's a month where we're going to focus on our women. March 8th is International Women's Day, and today I have the pleasure of having a conversation with some great women. I've got Dr. Sandra Palmer. She's a business consultant, strategic planner, entrepreneur, professor, holds a doctorate in business administration and has done a whole lot of stuff, and she's from Jamaica as well. And we also have Jacqueline Edwards. Currently she's the president of the Association of Black Law Enforcers here in Canada, ABLE. She's been the president since 2019, but she comes with 28 years plus of experience in the correctional services of Canada, and has a passion for equity and inclusiveness, diversity, and achievement. So I'm pleased to have them as a part of Gwaan today. Dr. Palmer, Jacqueline, welcome.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Where was I for start with the patois word of the day?
Puppy sure. Sister Palmer,
Right.
I can jump in with the puppy show word first, because
What is your sentence?
why my sentence would be me and on a puppy show.
Fair enough. And I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. We're going to talk about defining success as a Black woman. And I appreciate you ladies taking the time to join us here on Gwaan National. Maybe where we should start, and I throw it out to both of you, with defining success. How would you define success? What does it mean to you?
My sister, you want to go first, or you want me to jump in?
You can jump in.
Go ahead, Jacqueline.
I'm happy to start. For me, success is really about contributing in an impactful way, and making whatever space you entered in, leaving that space a little bit better than you found it. Success for me also means being my authentic self, me, just being who I am and bringing my complete self, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, my Blackness, my womanness, my family values and beliefs, all of that bundled up for me is success. But concretely for me, success is the contributions that I'm able to make that just makes the space, the place that I entered a little bit better
Mhm.
than I found it when I'm about to leave.
Mhm.
And I also measure success in terms of my ability not to just lift as I climb, but to push as I climb.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I would leave it there for now.
Awesome. Awesome. Dr. Palmer, well, what
Okay,
would you
to
like?
follow on what Jacqueline is saying, for me, success is the realization of a goal, a goal that is meaningful, something that I personally want to achieve. And what are some of those goals? To be able to shine light on a situation, to bring solutions to problems, to leave everyone I make contact with better than I found them. I want to be a light in a room, a light in a dark place, or to bring brightness and solutions wherever I walk, whether it's in my personal life, whether it's in my professional life. Success also means for me to banish self doubt as a Black woman, to
Mhm.
banish the doubt, to remove excessive
Success
scrutiny.
also has to do with confidently and um, without how would I say it, with unapologetically being who I am and whose I am.
Being
For me,
authentic.
is about success, being whose I am. I'm a child of God, and I don't leave that anywhere. I don't
Mhm.
impose my beliefs or faith on people, but I think it's important when you are successful, if you have to leave behind or if you have to deny any aspect of who you are, then you really are not going to achieve complete success. And to build on what my sister said, it really is about the impact you have not only on others, but how has that helped you to be a better person? How have
Okay.
you grown? Yes.
So as we talk about that, and Dr. Palmer, let me come to you with this one. It's a month where there's going to be a lot of activity focused on our women,
Mhm.
but there's always this measuring as it relates to the male counterpart. Uh, is there a different standard for success between
Mhm.
men and women? What does society say?
Yeah, it's an interesting question, and I always say that you have to face reality, and the reality is that the answer is yes. It should never be a competition between ourselves and our male folk. We all bring different energies and different things to the table, but the fact is that as Black women, we are held to a different standard. We definitely are. And what it means is that, generally we have to be smarter. We have to be able to jump higher, run faster, AKA meaning that you have to be better than anybody else in order to shine and in order to be seen as successful. The bar is much higher. And I say that without apology. You will walk into a room and using my own example, as a professor or to lead a session, and others would be looking around like, so where is the facilitator, where
Right.
is the professor, because clearly it could not be you, because you don't fit that mold. And it's double jeopardy, it's gender, it's race,
Yeah.
so it is a different standard. We tend to want to measure our women folk in terms of outward appearance,
Right.
physical beauty, things like that. No, I'm not saying that that's not important for whoever it is, but that's just a small dimension of who we are. We are more than how we show up in our physical bodies,
Right.
that we never signed up for or signed an agreement for. It's an accident of birth. And if something is an accident of birth, then how could it be something that you're going to use to judge or to make a differentiation? So I think that the standards are clearly different. I don't know if that will change anytime soon, so we may have to just continue being smarter and jump higher and run faster.
Yeah, and talking about run faster and jump higher, because there have been many successful Black women. I think of Serena Williams. I think of Gina Gostin here in Canada. Michelle Obama. I'm just talking names. Elaine Thompson, Hira, out of Jamaica. The vice president of the United States has some Jamaican roots to Kamala Harris. So clearly there is that possibility. Clearly, there's the possibility for achievement. But there are still some things that stand in the way. And I want to go to culture a little bit here, Jacqueline. How does culture play into this a little bit? Does it?
Well, I have to big up my Shelley and Fraser to, me not,
All right, yeah.
I'm not understanding Shelley's name not coming into that
Well, the
equation.
list long,
The
we can't get up
list
to this,
long.
yeah.
Culture is a significant piece in everything that we do. In terms of the culture we bring to the environment and the spaces that we step into, as well as the culture that exists within the spaces that we're trying to get into. For example, if you work in a primarily or historically male dominated industry, such as policing, such as corrections, such as most of the justice sector, and that culture has not been as representative or embracing of women in positions of influence or positions of authority, or educated, strong minded women who have no problems with the bar being set higher or being assessed with a different standard. If that culture is not inducive of who we are and what we bring, it can make or break you. That culture has often denied women opportunities for even access, let alone success. That culture often collides with smarter, brighter, stronger, more abled bodied women who are no longer having to take a back seat to our men. And I'm not suggesting that it is the men per se. It's the culture that has put men often on a different level, in a different pedestal, in a different space than they have women. So now
Right.
women come into that culture, Donovan, and it often clashes, right? But I want to say that in my experience, culture such as, I'll say, I'm a Jamaican woman, born in a Jamaica, came to Canada when I was 6 years old. You cut me a Jamaican. And when I go into the workplace, when they say good morning, me say morning. When they say good night, me say, all right, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? So I think we can work into these environments and maintain a level of professionalism without losing who we are
Right.
and losing our culture. The
Right.
one thing that I found most difficult or different is when I was growing up, past a grown person, past somebody without saying good morning,
Right.
right? And you would step in the elevator and you'd be like, good morning. And people look like you, like who you talk to. And they're looking behind you and you're thinking, the culture is not even conducive of respect, just saying a good morning or a good. So when I say culture, I mean something as simple as that.
Right.
A good morning, a may I, you see somebody eating them food, you don't reach into the people them food and just kind of help yourself, because them something there that not going to work out really good, right? So so as a Jamaican, how do I ensure that I don't impose my culture onto others, but instead, how do I integrate my culture into others? And how do I also learn the culture that I'm walking into and have a really nice blend?
Yeah, and I mean, as we talk about the whole fitting in, and Dr. Palmer, let me bring you in on this one. Uh, the role of education as a
Mhm,
part of the success for
mhm,
Black women.
yeah.
Where does it fit?
Yeah, it's extremely important. I mean, I just want to pick up on something that Jacqueline said before I answer your question, because it's very important that we look at the culture as a river. Culture is not static. It's always flowing. And when we look at gender roles and we look at ethnicity and race, there are two things that comes to mind. If we talk about gender, if I say kind, caring, and sensitive, and I say ambitious, powerful, and strong, immediately people make a mental connection between those words and a gender. And, it would be caring, kind, and sensitive to be female, woman, and strong, powerful, and ambitious to be male. And if you close your eyes and flip the script, then it could go either ways. So that's a part of the culture that we deal with. Like, if you're a woman and you are strong, ambitious, and powerful and come across as self-assured,
Aggressive.
knowing who you are, then there are some other words that are used to define you that are not quite complimentary.
Right, right.
However, if a male counterpart had those traits, they would be sailing all the way to the boardroom and the C-suite. So there's that part of the culture that we have to deal with. And then we have the race part of the culture. I'm born Jamaican. I reside between Florida and Jamaica, but I spend more time in Florida now. And when I look at that space, what I find is that, you occupy a space where you don't see a lot of people who look like you. And education is one of what I call the great, it makes the playing ground almost level to the extent that some people actually become anti-education when they come across Black women who are highly educated. And that's something I can speak about from my own experience. So what you find is that, the majority may say, okay, people like us do this. People like us occupy these spaces, and people like you don't. So when you show up in those spaces, you're either invisible meaning you are the help, you are the wait staff, you are there to take notes, but clearly not there to contribute anything of value. Or you're under the spotlight. It's like you can't win. So you're
Yeah,
under the spotlight. I'm going to watch you fail. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to hand you this job, this position, and it's a glass cliff. Meaning when everybody else has failed at it, I'm going to give it to you because I'm going to ensure that you are going to fail. And no one can say I didn't give somebody who look like you a chance, but it's a glass cliff. It's a setup.
yeah,
It's a setup. So the culture that we find ourselves a part of, it causes us to pull on a deep part of our souls, because you have to show up every single day with emotional intelligence. You have to show up every single day, be agile, and you have to be authentic at the same time, because I can't not be me.
right.
I am my skin, I am my hair, I am Jamaican, I am my accent, I am my background, my upbringing. I can't leave that at home.
Yeah,
So if I'm in a space where I can't be fully me, then maybe I don't belong in that space. Maybe I'm not accepted in that space,
yeah,
But back to your point about education, I think that if I were to say anything to a young woman, a young girl today, irrespective of your circumstances, once you can have a dream and hold that dream in your heart and in your mind, education can open doors for you. And if the doors won't open, sometimes you have to kick them in, but I find that with education, I wouldn't even say the sky is the limit. I would say there is no limit.
Yeah, we do the spacewalk. Let's segue from the opening of doors and the opening of windows, and talk a little bit about the journey, because some of it is the breaking of ceilings, right? And setting, in some cases, new ceilings are just opening it up to the sky. Jacqueline, maybe let's talk a little bit about your journey. You're now the president of ABLE, first female president of ABLE. Just quickly, what was that journey like?
To be honest, because I'm the president of the Association of Black Law Enforcers, my gender and being a Black woman was not as big of a hurdle for me because I'm amongst my own. And I'm going to say it one time real quick. It does make a difference. I think that if I was trying to be president in an association that wasn't committed to equity, inclusion, and diversity, and bringing up our own, I might have had a different journey. With that said, though, I can share experience in terms of being a woman working in the correctional field,
Right.
and being I was one of 2 Black females amongst 300 plus staff. And interestingly enough, when we leave a room, and I'm sure this is the same with Professor, when we leave a room, they remember the Black woman. Rarely do you hear somebody say the Black female that was at the table. The white female who was at the table. You hear the Black woman that was here. The one with the curly hair, or the one that was wearing this or that or the other. The journey for me over the years has not been as difficult because I believe of my upbringing. I come from a country where I was not taught to be substandard or less than anybody else. I came from a country where I saw doctors and lawyers and police officers and every industry represented of Black people. So when I came to Canada and I started going into the workforce now, and I'm hearing that because I'm Black, I can't do this, or because I'm Black, I'm going to be treated differently. I'm like, well, no. We've been Black police officers for years. We've been professors for years. Y'all need to just quit. Y'all need to just chill and realize that this might be my first go here in Canada. But we have intelligence, we have business owners, we have brilliance. And I come from the Arawak, my Arawak ancestry, where we have the audacity to dare and we have the tenacity to try. And so my journey has not been very complicated or difficult, but I can tell you that my journey is not the majority of experiences for Black women entering into male dominated fields. But
Right.
if I may, I do want to say though, that even though the journey is difficult, we rise.
Right.
When we see the obstacle, when we see that hurdle there, we are jump that hurdle now. When we see the pitfalls and we are standing firmly into knowing who we are. And as Professor Palmer says, the education helps us because it's one less barrier. It's one less something than can fling pan we and say, oh, well, if you had a degree, we would have considered you. And you're like, I got that. Well,
that's a good one.
You know what I mean, Donovan? If you had experience, we could. I have that. If you could speak another language, moi je parle français. Got that too, right? So I don't want our audience or anyone to feel somewhat pity for women or feel that No, don't pity us. Get out of our way. Get out of our way because we're coming.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go down the path though of, a formula. Doc, you have gone and done a number of things. If you are doing a session today, and for this month we're going to be talking with our ladies a lot and focusing on some of the issues. What does that success equation look like?
Wow. So to get it as brief as I can in a segment like this, because that's like 3 lectures, a series, right? I would start by saying, as a woman, as a Black woman, you should start by expanding your vision of what you can achieve. Expand your vision of what you can be, what you can become. What does that mean? It means that you have to show up every day. You have to confront the obstacles. You have to confront the roadblocks. And you have to transform them into opportunities. Sometimes it may seem difficult, impossible, but you have to be resilient. You can't be thin skinned, as my mother would say. You have to show up and you have to tough it out. And I think when you have that enlarged vision of self and who you are, what you want to accomplish, that there is no obstacle too great that can stand in the way of your success. If you have a well defined sense of self, and that is extremely important. And as Jacqueline said, I mean, and I share that same view, where we are from, we don't know can't. We don't know that you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't go there. That is not for people like us, because no, that's not a part of our psyche. And I think that's the difference when people lump all Black people or all Black women in the same box, because we have a different experience. And I'm not knocking anyone's experience. I'm just saying that our unique experience allows us to bring to the table a totally different perspective. We feel that we are enough. We feel that we belong. In my organization as vice president here in a national organization in the US, when I show up as a leader, I show up as a woman of color, but I don't show up feeling that I am less than. I don't have any self-doubt. I don't wonder, do I deserve to be here? No, I know that I have earned my place here at the table, and not just at the table to hold a space at the table. No, to make deals, to make decisions, to be strategic. And it's a different kind of thinking. And so if I were to say to somebody, what's the game plan? What's the formula? I would say, know who you are. Don't allow anybody else to define you, because they will place you in boxes that you don't belong. So you have to know who you are, and you have to treat others how to treat you.
Hey, that Dr. Palmer, if I may, Donovan, Dr. Palmer took that exactly out of my mouth. You have to teach people how to treat you. And Dr. Palmer, in addition to knowing who we are, we have to know whose we are. I believe that foundationally, and I don't mean from a necessarily for me spiritually, but I also mean from where we come from our ancestors, from the thousands of years that has happened before we are who we are. And I would encourage younger than me folks to be first and foremost your biggest fan. Be your number one supporter. And when there's no chair at the table, bring a folding chair.
Yep.
Bring
I agree with that, Jacqueline. You will show up and there will be microaggression, there
right.
will be identity abrasion, and there will be sometimes outright discrimination. But guess what? That's on you.
That's on you. I,
That's on you.
Dr. Palmer had and Donovan, I had somebody say to me, Jackie, we can go get you a chair. First of all, I'm saying for you, I pre-registered, so you knew how many people were coming, so you should have made sure there was enough seats at the chair. So I said, it's okay. I'll just go first and stand, and then the next presenter, he or she, they can stand, and I'll sit in that chair. And the next presenter can stand, and so on and so on and so forth.
Here comes a solution, right?
See the solution there.
I tell you. Listen, we could go on much longer. This is awesome. The energy is great, but the clock is ticking. So I forget to the wrap up. A word of advice to our women about success. If you get 30 seconds to say, here's my word of advice to our women and our men, anybody watching, because you know what, all of us need to learn this. What would that be? Let's start with you, Dr. Palmer.
Okay. My word of advice would be that you have to show up. And you can't show up when you feel like showing up, right? This is a professional sport here. This is not amateur sport. You have to show up every day whether you feel like it or not. Two, because of the lay of the land, which I won't go into that explanation, we must show our extraordinary abilities every day, because we are going to be judged by a higher standard. But I have no fear. Bring it on.
Mm-hmm.
Show your extraordinary ability every day, because wherever we go, we are going to shine. We're going to shine. You better get sunglasses. We are going to shine. Now, the next thing is that, remember, you can't do it alone. You need support. You need mentors. You need advisors. You don't know everything. And you have to understand the other culture as well. Sometimes we can walk a little bit too briskly and shake the world. And there is a time for that. But sometimes you have to trod gently. Yes. So you have to know when to pivot, right? But persevere, be resilient, and hold that door when you go through that door and let others in. I had a sister who recently said, sometimes, holding the door can be tiring. Take off the hinges.
Not sure what happened there. Jacqueline, what's your 30 seconds like?
Keep going. My advice would be keep going, and remember, what got you here won't get you there. So continuous learning, continue to learn and educate yourself, continue to honor who you are, whose you are, hold on pan what brought you to where you are, and never forget your roots. Continue to give back to your community and never ever forget your root. And lift as you climb, but lift as you climb as well. If somebody is better served to go ahead, push them ahead. Trust me, because they will reach back and bring you up with them. Don't wait until you get to where you are before you help somebody else.
And build and nurture relationships, Donovan.
Yeah.
As successful women, we need to remember to build relationships and nurture them. You cannot do it alone. Remember to take off the cape sometimes. You're not superwoman 24/7. Balance.
All right. Balance, I hear. Lift as you climb. Those are the two things I possibly take away from this. Dr. Sandra Palmer, awesome to have you. Jacqueline Edwards, thank you for being a part of Gwaan National and our discussion today.
My pleasure. Dr. Palmer, it was a pleasure to share this virtual platform. I'd love to get your contacts after and stay in touch. And Mr. Simon, big up on yourself. Big up on yourself.
All right, sounds good, guys. Take care.
All right.
All the best.
All right, an awesome discussion on defining success as a Black woman as we celebrate International Women's Month and International Women's Day and other things that will happen. Soon come back. Shadrach, you have to unmute, man. You have to unmute, brother. Oh, you had to cry?
Now, if you wipe me, I pure water come out the boy, I tell you, what a powerful. Where the woman come from, man? Powerful. Jesus, please. I feel people that man, they're powerful.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of power, a lot of great information, a lot of great insight and nuggets. I take away a couple of nuggets. I love the lift as you climb.
That was
right?
beautiful.
Balance. Done.
What I took away, I noticed both of these ladies talking about when they go to a space, they make the space better than how they saw it. Right. Both of them had that one thing in common that I thought was very interesting, that they have the same, they want to shine the light, they want to shine the light of a thing. And this is any company you're going to go to, right? One of the main things is before them hire, they want to know what you can do for me. You understand what I mean? The employer wants to know how you can, leave the place, make sure that it shine brighter than it was. And I'm telling you, man, this was beautiful. Listen to these strong, powerful women tonight.
Yeah. Well, so it go, brother. So it go. We had a lot of great comments as well. So people signing up for the opportunity to win tickets.
That's
right?
Beautiful. Love it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have to tell the people, continue. The ones who are supporting, want to say thank you very much. You've been supported, and the number is going up, right, Donovan? I mean, people are listening. They're tuning in. And if you last week was beautiful too. If you didn't get a chance to see last week, Papa Show, wear glasses there. Oh, correct. I'm going to change my name from King Shadrach now to Papa Show, because I'm Papa Show.
Well, you know what? Since it's a Papa Show thing, I am going to pull back, right, and leave it with you. Great conversation. We had a lot of great comments, right? And the vibes is great. So we'll come back next week and we'll do another look of reasoning, right?
Obviously. Yeah, man. Blessed. Okay, so listen, right about now, we're gonna I'm gonna try to see if anybody said anything about the Papa Show. Okay, so Camken Twin said, but about this year? This look like Papa Show. And then Karine Thompson said, not just like a Papa Show. That's beautiful also again. So let me see if anybody else said anything about the Papa Show. Big up Anna Casa. Big up King Shadrach, yes. Let me see if anybody talk about the Papa Show. Anybody else? The Papa Show. Okay, yes, the last, Karine said Papa Show. Wear your glasses, don't put it back on, excuse me. So that's the word of the week. So we're gonna make sure that we put your comment into a draw at the end of March, and you can have a chance to win a free ticket. It's obviously the show is very interesting so far. Tonight is beautiful. I got I got carried away because we love the vibes, we love the energy. We're gonna read some other comment. Great share, ladies. You work with Karen, awesome discussion. Thank you, ladies. That was from Karen again, Thompson. We have Glenval Griffiths. Great share, ladies. You represented yourselves well. Yeah, those are some of the comments that we have. Thank you very much, guys, for your comments. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out to comments, to give us your feedback, and just to be a part of what a Gwaan. Okay, so listen, we're gonna do a little bit of wrap up now. Okay, so we're gonna talk about what's coming next week. So next week coming up is we're gonna have challenges of being a Black woman. That's another interesting. Our guests would be Rachel Barrett Dulcin. So that's next week. Join us next week. We're going to talk about the challenges. I mean, we touch base on the challenges tonight, but next week for sure we will be focusing. Donovan and myself will be talking to Rachel Barrett Dulcin, and we will discuss challenges of being a Black woman. That should be an interesting one also. And I just want to make sure that you guys, please remember, go over there on Facebook and like our page. Go to the Instagram, follow us on Instagram, subscribe on our YouTube channel. We need your support. We need you to go out and subscribe for us. Trust me, we want to bring this program constantly, all the time for the people. Trust me, I will love you. I will want to know what Gwaan from Fui side of view and from Fear side of views, right? So make sure you follow us. Go check our website also. You can learn some more about the team. I'm on the website. That one's on the website. You understand? You can know you can learn lots more about who we are, our mission statement, what our future plan, what we plan to do, how we plan to bring information to you and yours from here, Canada, and from the diaspora. And you will see some of our partners also. We are partnered with Alberta, Ontario, Quebec. We're actually connecting the whole of Canada for the people. So please go over there and check our website, all right? And make it a date and don't be late. And before we go, make sure, take a video, take a camera and say, what a Gwaan. I said, big up the What a Gwaan crew. Send it in to us. We will make sure that we put your video out with our What a Gwaan video crew. Because I'm sure some of your family would like to see you, especially the ones in back home. Because they're watching from back home also, all right? So listen, make sure, check the website, all right? Make sure you go like us over there, subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook and all the social media where we have What a Gwaan. That's all you need to do. Make it a date and don't be late, all right? And tell him, King Shadrach send you, okay? So from there, we're going to take it home tonight. I want to say thank you very much for tuning in with us. It was beautiful, and we love you very much. And we'll be right here next week, same time, same place. Bless up on yourself. One love. And that a Gwaan. Power.